outspoken critics. And here with me for more on this story, I'd like to welcome Myles Miller, a senior reporter for Bloomberg who covers the FBI. Myles, first, perhaps you could just walk us through some more details of this raid and the reasons being given behind them.
Yeah, that's right. 7 o'clock this morning in the suburbs of Washington, in Bethesda, Maryland, the FBI showed up at the home of John Bolton, knocked on his door, and announced that they had a search warrant. They went inside in search of classified documents they believe were linked to a book that he published in 2020. They didn't just stop at his home. They also went to his office in downtown Washington, D.C., and came out with boxes of information, of pages of documents, all of it in an effort to figure out if he used classified documents in the book that he published back in 2020. You will remember that back then, it was about a year after he left the Trump administration, John Bolton published a book. In it, Trump believed that he had used classified information. They went to the Department of Justice and tried to sue to stop the book's publication. Bolton had said at the time that the book was done, above board, that he had asked the White House for permission and he got permission from a senior administration official. But of course, Trump said that that wasn't the case. It has been since then that Bolton has gone on CNN, ABC, a bunch of other outlets, and has talked about the foreign policy missions of this administration. It was just 1 week ago in Anchorage, Alaska, Trump meeting with Vladimir Putin, that Bolton was on U.S. television and international television criticizing the decision to meet in Anchorage, criticizing the decision to meet without Vladimir Zelensky. And he believes that he had said in interviews that he believed that he would be targeted by the Trump administration. We have not heard from Bolton today.
And indeed, ever since Bolton and Trump had this massive falling out over foreign policy, Bolton's continued to be a very outspoken critic of the U.S. president. Do you see him as joining a list of people who are facing federal investigations because they've been a thorn in Trump's side?
Oh, yeah. Let's take a step back. How this information got here. CIA Director John Ratcliffe goes to the FBI Director Kash Patel and gives him intelligence, according to people familiar with the matter, that says that there may be classified information in the possession of John Bolton. Acting on that, they go to a judge and get that search warrant. I mean, that really tells you the lengths in which this administration is going through to root out what they say is a deep state in the government. Now, when we talk about what's going on, you're asking me specifically about targeting folks who may be seen as adversaries. You've seen the Department of Justice unclassify, documents related to Russian interference. You've seen them shut down in the DOJ, in the FBI units that were looking into working on foreign interference cases. And then certainly you have seen them pull back security clearances. John Bolton's security clearance pulled away. Not just that, just days after Trump took office, his Secret Service detail was removed. In doing research for this story, to make sure that the home they raided was actually John Bolton's, went on Google Maps. There were 4 Secret Service cars outside of his home in 2024. Not so much anymore because Donald Trump pulled his detail, even as he said that he's gotten credible threats to his life from the Iranians based off of things he wrote in the book about the killing of an Iranian leader.
Well, Myles, thank you so much for providing us with that context. We've been talking to Myles Miller, senior reporter for Bloomberg.